you also be able to give us a paragraph about why you personally love spaghetti, so we could check your audio is working?
Well, basically, the thing about spaghetti is that it, like, you can...
It's spaghetti.
Eat it differently and stuff, because you use a fork and a spoon and you spin it into the spoon or something. And basically, it's a thing that you can have lots of stuff in, like tomato sauce or cheese or other sauces that you would put in a pasta in order... Wait, am I supposed to be checking my audio levels?
Well, one of us, I hope one of us is checking audio levels.
Okay, I will continue to speak about pasta, but this time I'm also listening to myself and trying to find out
how loud you are.
Seems alright.
Loud you are.
Kind of. I maybe should have used headphones for that, but... Seems alright.
Actually, yeah, no, you sound much better than you did last time. You sound much louder, which is good. This is good. These are good things. We're gonna get the repeated audio on the thing in a second. But, doesn't matter. Oh! Cutscene!
Wait, so it put you into the cutscene then?
It just throws me back into the cutscene.
No escaping from this,
piece of pie of a boss fight that is gonna kick my ass because I haven't played this game in... When was the last time? Because we had a break last week, and then you did Ghost, and then I think we had another break, and then I played this game.
Yeah, so a month. That's plenty of time to not forget how to play Spider-Man.
I forgot everything, dude.
Oh my god. Okay, so it's the old sink or swim training going on here.
I have two. Yeah. Oh right, I thought you were talking about the winter thing.
Oh, the winter thing. Yeah, that's the thing with the earmuffs and the hat and the scarf.
Oh, it actually on PS5 it actually tells me when it goes up and down viewership wise. So that would have been the two people watching would have been when I came on to also check the audio, and you're the one we're watching, rather than it lying and just saying this many people are watching after 7 of them have left. I think once we're out of this cutscene, so we haven't got so much back, you know, other audio, we can begin talking about last week's She-Hulk, because neither of us have watched this week's.
Yeah.
Oh. Ow! Ow. Told you I'm gonna fucking suck at this. Although that said, for somebody who hasn't played in about 3 weeks, I'm getting these perfect dodges pretty well. It's like I've had training playing Ghost. I just punched an electric box.
Yeah, let's see, so, what was last week? Last week's was...
The wedding episode.
Yeah, the wedding episode. And
I liked the
yeah, it was good.
It was fine. It was kind of... I don't know. It felt oddly timed. I feel like...
I mean, to be fair, she did kind of lampshade that at the start.
Well, no, but I just mean, like, I think it could have, to make that work, the fact that it was kind of stopping the rate, you know, the kind of continual stuff going on. I feel like it should have been right before the climax to be really, because they were kind of in the... Yeah, they were kind of, I think they were deliberately being a little bit annoying. You know, that's the joke. Guy really just killed me with a throw.
Oh. Oh, he did. Oh, except he didn't because you have...
Because I have 2 lives, motherfucker. Oh, I have cutscene. Yay! I have done the first half. No, yeah, I won the first half of the fight. Now it gets worse.
Oh no.
Now he gets tricky, motherfucker. Now he has clones. Yeah, I kind of... last week's episode was a bit rough for me, personally. I just kind of... I feel like it would have worked if they were doing the episodic thing as much, almost. Because this very, like... She-Hulk's been a bit... You know, I love one episode and I don't enjoy another episode as much. Simply because... Sorry, it's really difficult to concentrate on talking when I'm trying to also not suck at video games. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh fuck, ow.
Perhaps I should say my thoughts on it.
Yes, you do your thoughts while I don't suck at the game. Sorry, that makes so much more sense. I'll just agree with you, and then maybe you can say what I'm thinking anyway.
Yeah, I'm a known mind reader, so yeah.
You are pretty good. Fudge. I hate this mother fudging.
The most amusing thing so far is definitely you struggling to remain PG-13.
I was my yeah, I've got to start thinking like a role model, like Uncle Aaron really sucks at being right now. Fucking hell. Oh, I've died twice, but not died because it was long enough ago that I don't count as dying.
Yeah, so Tatiana, is that her name? Is it Tatiana or is it Titania?
Tatiana! Ow. Okay, that's what I get for laughing. It's Titania, yeah.
Titania, oh yeah. Okay, so Titania showing up, I thought that was, you know, some brilliant...
Yeah.
Happy, slappy, fun times.
I mean, it was the point of it, but I hated her her so-called friends who were just, like, really cruel to her for no reason. Like, and they didn't really bring that back round. They were like, are they all jealous because she has powers? Then why the fuck did they invite her?
So yeah, it just had that vibe of, oh no, I'm at a wedding and here's my arch enemy kind of vibe.
Yeah. Which worked.
Yeah, it was funny. I liked it, and it made for some good
Guy's really fucking petty when he can't see me.
It's like, I'll just zap in a random direction.
Yeah, he was literally teleporting from place to place.
Is that thing he's doing, like, literally in story teleporting, or is it that he's turning invisible and going really fast?
I don't think he has I don't think he has Kate Bishop teleport powers from Avengers for some reason. Did they ever explain that, by the way, or did they just be like, she has teleport powers, don't question it? I know it's a bit of tech.
Yeah, they probably went for don't question it, because...
Yeah...
I mean, would they really put effort into that if they're going to put... If they're going to do things like make characters and make storylines, and then make, with, you know, full cutscenes and a continuation of the story...
I kicked his ass! Yay!
Except not make the cutscenes anymore, and just, like, leave the story bits in, like, some unlockables, and then just, like, stop doing that altogether. But yeah, Titania, yeah, she showed up and it was funny and it was cool, and the bit where the dog reveal, that was like, oh, now I get it, yeah.
The dog reveal?
Well, you know, when it was like, oh, who am I walking down with? And they're like,
oh yes, Tinny Dog.
Yeah,
what is it with Jonathan's? No, it's Maurice, is, that weird thing with no eyes from Shang-Chi. Wasn't that, was that Maurice?
Right.
Jonathan, there is something else called Jonathan in the Marvel Universe that is a pet, I'm fairly sure. What is it?
Pet sounding name or something.
It, I'm fairly sure there's a Jonathan.
I mean, there probably is. I'm drawing a blank on where I expected John. I can't actually think of any other pets in the MCU right now, or in Marvel.
Goose, which really confuses me because Disney have owned Marvel. Well, Disney have owned Marvel for ages, and in the comics, Captain Marvel's cat is called Chewie.
Goose, yeah, of course the cat.
I'm confused why they called him Goose rather than Chewie when they own Star Wars. So surely it's okay.
Huh? Maybe they.
Maybe they have to pay George Lucas, and they were too petty.
Well, I mean, it is.
Oh, this is true. This is very, 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 very true.
Yeah. What was the? Was Josh? Was his name Josh? That guy.
The guy who was hitting on her. Yeah, I like Josh.
Yeah, he seems cool. It's just.
He seemed like.
It's not a bait and switch again.
I hope that he likes both of her.
Yeah. It's just like, can you stop? Like,
I did like her little. She did like a really little wave as She-Hulk to him, and that was really nice. I was just like, ah. That's the thing, because she's just so warm. She's just such a warm character. Ah, shit. Whee! Stop throwing me, you bastard! Come here.
You son of a... Oh, wait, I don't want to diss my grandma.
Wow. Oh, stop switching out with clones, you tricky mother fludger.
And then there was the B plot. Mr.
Immortal, and... Oh, I got fucked.
I thought it was... when he showed up and he was like, I prefer to go by Mr. Immortal, it's more 50, and I was like, okay, is he actually got his powers?
And then the guy just dropped. He just jumped out of a window.
Yeah, when he said the whole thing about I just die
Fake my death.
I'm gonna get out of the marriage. It's like, oh, okay, so he probably does. And then you know the whole thing about, well, I think the problem is you just can't take confrontations, and then they start having that back.
I dodged into the fucking field. Sorry.
I literally said aloud, hey, he's gonna jump out that window if you keep this up. And then
he did an IT crowd.
Jumped out the window. Yeah. Of course, I have no idea how he's claiming that. I'm pretty sure he's
Collecting insurance. That's probably how he's rich. Rich, like insurance money and age.
Don't you have to be like literally?
Stop switching out with your fucking clothes, you bastard!
Legally declared dead at some point. Can he choose when to come back? Because he came back really damn fast there.
Maybe he's doing what one of the Eternals was doing and pretending to be his son to collect the insurance money on his, you know, quote dad. Although he must have done this quite a lot, considering all of the wives and one husband, I believe, were all still alive. So he kind of been doing this for ages.
Yeah. What was it? What's it called? Yeah, I looked up Mr. Immortal because I was thinking like where's this guy come from? I wasn't expecting him to be so different, you know.
I don't actually know him at all.
Oh, he's in I think it's called like the West Coast Avengers or like something like that.
Oh yeah, I do know the West Coast Avengers.
And
wait, it's not a recent run, is it?
Okay, I'm gonna look it up again then.
I've only read one series, and it was a very recent one with Kate Bishop.
It might not even be West Coast Avengers. It might be some other branch. Let's see. Oh, Great Lakes. My bad. Great Lakes Avengers. And
Right.
he is, of course, he's like way younger looking. And he's at least in the let's see. Coast Avengers Volume 2, Issue 6. When did that? Oh my god, that's not recent at all.
1996.
1989. So close. Well, close-ish. Close enough that I'm gonna consider it close.
Yep.
Yeah. And he's like a younger dude, and in this at least, in the original source material, he's a mutant. Kind of.
Oh. So once again, we've got another. Actually, I think I've read something that was like, "Yep, this is another mutant showing up."
It's like he's kind of a mutant because mutants are down as Homo superior, aren't they?
Yes.
He may or may not be Homo supreme, which is apparently supposed to be like a step above that because he's evolved beyond death, and that's why he is immortal.
Oh, that sounds very egocentric.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Either that, or he's got some kind of pact with, he's got some pact with the Grim Reaper.
A classic.
I'm just looking this off of summaries and stuff like that is hardly the most in-depth explanation on what he is. So
because there are levels of mutants, but I didn't actually know there was like a Homo Supreme. Although it makes sense. I mean, in as many years of comics as we've had, you've got to have another level, haven't you? But there's like Omega level mutants, which surprisingly a lot of the original 6 are. Although maybe I think Magneto is, Jean Grey is, and Iceman is. Scott isn't, Beast isn't, but he's one of the ones that adapts the most and like changes the most.
Oh, Scott, really?
No, Beast.
Oh, Beast.
Beast changes how he looks pretty much every comic series.
Oh.
And evolves slightly more and becomes slightly, it's kind of one of his ongoing arcs. So he's slowly becoming even more animalistic, while also his intelligence stays, but his kind of ruthlessness and morality takes a bit of a hit every time.
That would stress a person out, especially if they were in the superheroics business. God knows, I've been watching season 4 of Arrow, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Thank God, all of this, all of the angst from Thea, Sarah regarding killing people. It certainly upsets them that they are killing people, which is understandable. I do see that season 4 isn't quite as well received, let's say.
Yes.
Some of the other ones. There's just so many important things that I don't know, that it's not doing for me. Like Damien Dark. It feels like he's trying too hard to be the biggest, baddest villain ever.
Oh, you fucking try hard.
Does he actually call someone a try-hard at one point?
No, I'm just saying that was me making fun of him and... Oh, motherfudger!
I'll do what I have to, just like you.
Oh god, please die, man. I mean, don't, because one less, role model. But... Okay, did he just stop the attack because I started to charge it? And heal, thank you. It is a cool element that they just put... This guy doesn't just turn invisible, he literally disappears from existence, meaning that where he was seconds ago, and should still be, because I'm punching very fast, is just gone. He's not cloaking, he's literally becoming intangible while invisible.
You didn't ask to be Spider-Man.
Have a crate, you narcissistic... Anyway, Bradley, sorry, continue. You were ranting about Arrow. Been there.
Yeah, Damien Dark is just...
There's too many.
It's just... I don't quite get it. What it is about him that's...
Well, I feel like they keep making really obvious mistakes with him. The team. Like, there's so many of them. He's not a combat specialist. He's just a guy with some fucking magic powers. And I feel like... Is it just the fact that they don't want to kill him? But couldn't they just, you know...
I know I messed up.
Shoot an arrow into his kneecaps and stuff?
Yeah.
We're family.
How far through are you?
That didn't stop you
like
from lying to me,
6 episodes, I
manipulating
think.
me.
Oh, okay, so... Yeah, you haven't even reached the most frustrating bit.
Because I'm watching, like, I'm watching it as... Basically, like, the whole Arrowverse.
Right, yeah, so you've got a good while. Oh, it's gonna be months before you reach the most frustrating bit.
But I can't be the
Could you just watch all of Arrow until there's like a crossover or some bullshit going on?
But I like watching it like this.
Yes, well, I don't. You know I am an impatient person, Bradley.
Yeah.
Yankee,
Flash,
uncle just
season
kidnapped
2,
me.
season 2's actually,
Locked me up.
like, it's good, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, season 2 is pretty cool.
Second, the Earth 2 Wells,
We're done.
and I don't know how
We're good.
that ended up as Earth 2, and the one we're in ended up as Earth 1. But,
Well, it's because DC really didn't trust their audience to not be dumbasses, so they just made, okay, the main Earth, let's call it Earth 1, because people are stupid and they can't comprehend numbers.
totally. I mean, just from a perspective in universe, like, Jay Garrick comes out of his Earth, and then, what was his name? Stein, the Firestorm, the
Yes.
professor part of Firestorm guy. He's like, well, he comes from a parallel Earth. Let's just call that Earth 2, and then here we're in Earth 1, and that seems to have just been accepted by everyone.
Yeah, everyone in the multiverse just collectively said, yeah, we'll be...
Yeah, okay, that works. Yeah, sure.
Every Earth would just want to be Earth 1.
Yeah, totally, because it feels like the most legitimate one, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's
Everything
why...
else is a division of a parallelism of that.
Yeah. I mean, that's why they call it Prime Earth in the comics, but that's never actually referred to, I don't think, in the stories. It's just what it's referred to outside of. You know?
616 and all of that.
Well, 616 is actually mentioned a lot because it's such a random... I've always wondered, I feel like there's a reason for it.
There's totally a reason, and it has to do with the numbers of the beast.
Okay. Even with super slow down, I did not react fast enough to that. Hey, we're right back where it started. Car park outside Roxxon. What the fudge was that?
Yeah, thing is, right, so basically, you know the
I know the end of this sentence is going to come eventually.
I better not see you committing crimes in my neighborhood.
I'm just skimming the Wikipedia
Anywhere
article
in New
again.
York.
Ah.
Again.
The number of the beast in most manuscripts of the New Testament and the English translation of the Bible, the number of the beast is 666. However, Papyrus 115, which is the oldest preserved manuscript of the Revelation as of 2017, as well as other ancient sources like Codex Ephemerae Rescriptus, give the number of the beast as 616.
Okay.
As for if that's why they went for 616, I don't know, but that's
Does the Wikipedia article actually say, I don't know?
Oh no, that was just the article for the number of the beast, and that's the only significant thing I can think of that is related to the number 616, other than of course Marvel, and I'm pretty sure the number of the beast came first. I don't know exactly. I haven't done the fact checking on that one. But
Did that guy really just survive a landmine? Oh, I missed. That's why.
Oh, you missed the landmine. God, surviving a landmine. It's probably been done before, but I don't want to look it up for obvious reasons.
Yes.
Yeah. Where were we? Something about the. Oh yeah, Earth 1 and Earth 2 and all that. I really like Earth 2 Wells.
Yes, Earth 2 Wells is definitely better than Earth 1 Wells because Earth 1 Wells is fucking dead.
Yeah. He's such a jerk, and I
and I love it.
Yeah, kinda. Because he's a lot of the time, like, the animosity that's towards him is totally undeserved.
Yep. I love when Thingy's dad just comes in and immediately tries to murk him because he doesn't understand what's going on.
Yeah, Joe's just like, okay, gun out, and time to fire 3 bullets into his chest.
I mean, you would though, wouldn't you? This is the guy who would literally, like, try to kill so many of your kids.
Yeah, I don't blame him for it, but at the same time, it's like, this poor dude, like, he didn't do any of that, and it's not even, like, it wasn't even that, like, a different version of him, it was a completely unrelated third party who happens to wear a different version of his face.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't even a Wells, it was... Yeah.
Yeah, it was a Thorn, not a Wells. It's like, damn, this. And they're all like, oh, we kind of like don't feel comfortable around you because you know you look like this guy.
Yeet!
Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense, but at the same time, it's like, guys, he's not him. I suppose it's a bit more realistic than I'd like in that regard because I think most people would struggle if
to differentiate the face to the wit.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the person I yeeted. I don't like that they de-yeeted themselves.
Is that the past tense of yeet?
It's either yeet or yote.
I usually go with yote, but...
Well, I think yote is funnier, but it sounds less right to me. I think yeeted is both still amusing and...
What's with those Mangekyo Sharingan statues over there?
They are a massive pain in the ass because they are a puzzle, and I can't be asked. Because they're such a they're such a painful puzzle as well. Because you have to be in the right position.
Need a new power source.
No.
I've got a rail from She-Hulk onto Flash, and I'll get back to Flash in a bit. But yeah, She-Hulk. No, it's something that happened. Remember that bit where they were talking about intelligentsia? Like that social media.
Yes, I know things.
The one that has all those She-Hulk hating comments and.
Oh yeah.
An in-universe thing. And I thought, I wonder if we're gonna ever get to see what it looks like. And we did later, and it turned out to be a clear. It turned out to be like Reddit, basically.
Oh yeah.
And I thought,
but I could web the nodes to the mobile.
Reddit?
Conduct electricity.
Is it really that naughty? Maybe it's just because.
I don't think it is Reddit. Actually, it didn't look like Reddit to me. Reddit.
Thought it might have been Reddit, but like the.
Why? Why? Why, you stupid bastard? It's just not possible.
God, I want to watch that. I really want to watch that. I should watch that, like, soon.
You should watch that after he plays Batman.
Well, you guys played Batman already.
Well, yeah, after you watch him play Batman.
I've seen Dark Knight Trilogy. That's Christian Bale, is it not?
Yeah. Is it not?
Well, I mean, just in case I'm going absolutely loopy.
Fuck!
But yeah, it's Christian Bale. Yeah, maybe it's just because
Yeah,
the only
come on
subreddits I frequent are ones where everyone's nice to each other.
Yes. Although, ironically, well, not ironically, not surprisingly, but
Not
actually,
that I
no.
haven't encountered anything.
But the fucking okay, so the Marvel Studios subreddit, pretty nice people, pretty normal people, pretty just discussion-y, whatever.
Yeah.
The Marvel memes or the Marvel Studios memes subreddit, however, are the most aggressive people I have ever seen. It's a subreddit for making light-hearted jokes based off the funnies in the Marvel Studios films, and these people are so aggressive.
I'm gonna look at some Marvel memes. r/Marvel memes, is that it?
Yeah. Oh, thank fuck. Are you shitting me? Oh, I hate this puzzle so much. It's such a stupid one. It's so obvious, but at the same time, it's so annoying. It's just, you absorb electricity, my guy. Just fucking absorb the stuff over the door,
That's one. Feeling good.
and
Why
then,
don't we just take the electricity from there and put it somewhere else?
yeah, you don't need to fucking move
This is gonna work.
sculptures around. Just so you can get in and depower the thing.
What?
This is working.
He's
So,
doing this to get in?
He's doing this to get in.
Can't he just, like, crack
Yes.
a window or something?
Oh no, because obviously this glass door is too much for fucking Spider-Man.
Okay, I get you.
He has to break in through the metal shutters on the roof, because that's easier.
He's not gonna break
Saw
other
one
people's windows. He's
Can't believe how
He's gonna break their shutters on the roof, it's gonna let all the snow in, and it's probably gonna cause a much bigger problem.
Oh yeah.
Also, may I remind you that teenage terrorists are currently in there planning to build a
Oh.
bomb.
Oh, no, we can spend a little time trying to solve this puzzle so that we can get in the right way.
Oh yeah, and there's the most illy timed flashback I've ever experienced. So this is the last mission, basically, and the actual finale is fucking epic. But what does this do? What is this bit?
A flashback?
Sweet.
This bit is,
Break down the
oh,
tools.
let's go to this place where I have history with the main villain. Up. And we're in.
Wait, is Deadpool 3 actually happening?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Finn?
Did you think that was a joke?
I thought it might have been. I mean,
The
they're actually...
future.
Science fair. Getting to show
Wait,
off
so
our
they're
converter
actually...
here.
So Hugh Jackman's actually
So
coming back.
proud.
Yep.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Yep. You heard it here first, folks.
Finn? Come on. We need to finish this.
So,
You and me-
Bradley was so used to getting lied to and tricked by Marvel News that he legit thought that was bullshit.
I was like, yeah, sure, he's back, yeah, sure. Leak this, interview that, yeah, sure, whatever.
The X-Men
Oh,
cast, the Fantastic Four cast, it's all coming out.
yeah. So does that mean that we're getting Deadpool 3, but this time it's set in the MCU? Or is it like... Actually, never mind, I don't want to think about how meta Deadpool's gonna be in this
Come on,
one.
Molasses.
Here we go.
I want to see our project.
Does this flashback work independently? Yes, it does. Would it be really nice to play it? Yes, it does. Does it make sense to put it right at the end when you're building tension up for the grand finale?
Our project's in a special
I don't
exhibit
think
on the
so.
floor. Can't wait to
Oh
see it.
no,
We'll
it's a...
study
okay, at least you don't
real
have to walk.
scientists.
it kind of kills the pacing. I mean, you can get through it pretty quickly if you know I know what you're doing. FYI, not a fucking clue what I'm doing. I remember some vague checkpoints, and that's it. Yeah, I've got swagger. I don't have to listen to people.
Do you have tickets for the special?
Also, I like how these two are supposed to be like kid geniuses, and yet they're not prepared enough to bring
Can't let you go upstairs.
fucking to buy tickets or ID to prove that they're the people who won the fucking thing that they're trying to get in to see. So they're trying to get in to see their own science project. They didn't bring IDs. They didn't, and they didn't buy tickets to go and see it.
Tomorrow, and then we'll never see it.
Genius, guys. Also, they're gonna get through a locked door.
I recognize that kind of lock.
I'm
If
gonna
you
get
shine
through a
a light
locked door.
at it, it'll open.
My goodness.
In the most in the most over the top bullshit ever. Also, it requires stealing.
Oh no. This plan just gets better and better.
Like, just fucking just. Also, by the way, her brother is upstairs. Is upstairs and has bought a ticket. They could just call him and get him to come down and get them stuff.
Huh.
Like, they surely could just let him in.
What can't it do?
Look, solar mirrors.
I'll take that.
Sticky on the back.
It's
Not gonna help us get
Something
past
to
that
slide
door.
under the door.
It's just, it feels so weird and badly timed. Diddle-it-diddle-it.
Shape memory alloy. I could change the shape on the museum map.
Wait a minute. But
This
that
stuff
means
is
that, no,
crazy.
they can't do that.
Think it's a
If they do that, then he'll be the Deadpool of the. Yeah, he'll be the Wolverine of Deadpool. I can't speak. So that's gonna. So they're canonizing. So that means that. So they're canonizing the X-Men verse as like as part of the MCU. Like as one of its Earths or something.
Well, I mean, Patrick Stewart was in
Let's go.
That's a good point as well.
Doctor Strange, but it wasn't the same one from. Hey, look, it's that guy.
I'll attach the sticker.
It's that one guy.
That door open.
Yeah, it's for some reason it's maybe a live action version of the animated series. Who fucking knows? You know, it doesn't make sense. It's not the Patrick Stewart from the X-Men universe.
Gotta hurry.
Oh wait, that just reminded me out of nowhere of that of X-Men '97 or whatever they're calling it.
The animated show.
Yeah. What is that
I need
again?
something else.
Like that's just an animated show, right?
Yes.
Of
No. Fuck. Ah. No. I think it's this one. Rotate. There we go.
That
See, I remember how
worked.
to do
We
that
did it.
bit.
Come on, our project awaits.
You've got the X-Men thing stuck in my head now. Okay, now that we're doing a much easier bit, I can talk about She-Hulk.
What are you talking
I
about?
feel like it would have been, it would have been nice if they did almost every week a different lawyer problem
We'll still hang out.
or a different case, kind of like the comics was, where it's like you'd have a kind of
Time for us.
a contained story within maybe 1 to 2 issues.
Let's head upstairs.
So, maybe, I like the fact that the Blonsky case was 2 episodes, and whatever, the other, like, the Wong thing kind of carried over 2 episodes, but kind of crossovered, and it was introduced, and, I like how that worked. But then there's the running narrative thing, which again works in comics, because you've got 30 issues to have your lead up to your big bad and stuff.
Our project's in the back.
But it felt, I would have liked this to be a bit more episodic, rather than, because it does feel like there's some weaker episodes amongst the really fun ones.
Yeah.
Like the wedding one, is a really fun concept, but I felt so bad for her. Like, it felt just like it was basically shit on Jen Day for an entire episode, and I don't like that. I really like Jen. I don't like people being mean to her. But then it kind of ended up with like leading into you know, series arc stuff is happening right at the end.
Told us we were in the special
Yeah.
exhibit.
Oh god, that bit where she,
How'd you get
you know,
in?
drinks
I bought
too
a ticket.
much and then
How'd
you
you
know,
get in?
gets sick in the
Not important.
flower bed or whatever it was.
Hello.
And then gets immediately punched.
I totally, I thought
be in it too.
what she was gonna
You
do,
helped us
and I
get
thought
it
this would have been
working.
funny.
Okay,
Is
fine,
if she
scoot
like
over.
excused herself to the
All
bathroom
right.
and then just
Say
went She-Hulk for a bit.
I am not saying that.
The moment she She-Hulks, though, she gets it back.
Oh wait, it comes back, doesn't it? Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, that's why she
I
gets.
literally forgot that from episode 2. Wow.
She got a hangover as Jen from drinking as Hulk.
Yeah. Oh, flashback's over. Time for the finale.
Feelings time is over now. Time for plot. Did you just web my fucking shield and then I dropped it? Well, why don't you try that again? I bet I definitely don't have an exact copy of a shield. I love this. I love this. I love that you can just go invisible and fuck off, and then they'll just freak out. And that's it. That's the battle won. Basically, you just have to be patient, and then you can do this to a motherfucker. And this is like a boss guy. That's the most annoying enemy in the game, and I just defeated him with patience. Oh, I feel like they saw me.
Oh, they took this. No,
Oh, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. But you can just do this. You can just ceiling takedown, and then you don't have to deal with the bullshit enemies that I don't particularly like in this game, because they're all bullshit and they're teenagers. And I feel like if I got punched that many times as a teenager, I would not be happy.
Yeah.
Like,
God, you know, not actually much happens. I mean, granted, it's 24 minutes long, but, you know, not much actually happens in the episodes.
no.
It's 24 minutes long.
Yeah. Am I missing something? Oh, there's a guy. Hello. You're dead now.
You're dead, it's a teenager, you can't kill them.
I'm a teenager. It's okay.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It's like it's like. Oh fudge! I don't know what to relate it to.
Weird thing about all the MCU shows is that even something like this with like She-Hulk.
Yes.
I feel like, you know, there's a big hoo-ha every time, you know, every Thursday when the next episode comes out.
Yeah.
And all the setup and stuff, and I feel like isn't this a comedy? You know, like, shouldn't this be released in more, like, sitcom style?
Yeah, I do kind of wish it was more focused on the comedy and less on the superhero stuff, because, you know, the MCU, you know, kind of realized it, you know, it was quite self-aware in, like, Phase 3, where it was like, okay, we can't just make superhero film, because people are getting used to that, you know, template. You know, it was, you know, the 3-act structures of every film in Phase 1 and parts of Phase 2 felt very similar. And there was a lot of complaints about that, so they were like, okay, fine, Ant-Man's gonna be a heist film, and Ant-Man and the Wasp is gonna be a heist film with a rom-com. Wait, is Ant-Man... Yeah, there's the lab, isn't there? It's kind of like a reverse heist film where they've already got it, and then everyone's going after... It's Ocean's 12. It's Ocean's 12. I've just realised it's Ocean's 12. Ow! Jesus! Okay, we'll have that, you bastard. Oh yeah, I forgot you watched those.
damn good.
Yes, they are. My favourite is Ocean's 12, but the classic is Ocean's 11. The best one's Ocean's 11, but my favourite is Ocean's 12. The opening of Ocean's 12 is like, I think, my favourite opening to a movie ever.
Oh, the bit with Brad Pitt and
with Brad Pitt and the detective, and she's basically just saying, it's like, we've found a boot print, and then he looks at his muddy shoes, and it's just, and then the freeze frame of him jumping out the window, and the music comes in, and the title, and it's such a good opening. I fucking love it. I think 3 favourite film openings: Ocean's 12. Fuck. It's really bad. I can only remember what this film's called. Lockout. I think it's called Lockout. It's Die Hard in Space is literally the tagline, and that's all I remember it as. But it's got Guy Pearce, and it opens with him getting basically interrogated, and he keeps getting punched, and every time he gets punched, his head basically gets like smacked out off camera, and a different name appears, you know, for the credit, like the opening credit things. And it's just a really smooth way of getting those credits across, and I really like that. So that's like my second favourite film opening. And then third...
If you can hear me, I'm on my way. Hang tight, man.
I don't know. Why don't you tell me, of the 17 films you've ever watched in your life, what's your favourite 3 film opening?
Oh, that is cool.
Maybe Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse has a really good opening.
Yeah.
Never seen a storm this
Guy
bad.
Pearce. He looks familiar.
Iron Man 3. Other things. He's a really good actor. He does lots of different things. He can be a really good protagonist and hero, or he can be an absolute bastard as a villain. So he likes to be villains though more often.
Yankee,
It's
Can
hard
you
to
hear me?
say with openings. Because
Yankee.
I'm patient enough that I don't really notice the openings slash think about them too hard, because I know that the context of them is, or I expect in a way that the context is going to be different on learning more about, you know, the actual events of the movie and the characters.
Yeah, but how a film starts is kind of the most important thing, because if you're not hooked in those first couple minutes, then you're probably not going
You're gonna
to.
walk out the cinema. You're gonna get out of your seat. You're gonna dunk your popcorn into the bin, and you're gonna drive out.
Why do I feel like you're quoting a really long speech from a Mr. Sunday Movies rant?
Man, I wish I was, but I was just ad-libbing.
Well, that's pretty impressive if you could ad-lib as an Australian goat.
I sounded like an Australian goat.
Do you not watch Mr. Sunday Movies? I'm dying in a shock. I just died because I couldn't get out and get away from a fucking tree. What a... Ow. What a scrub.
Happens to everyone. You hate to see it.
Oh, and I actually died that time. Yay!
Oh no, super duper explode electricity out, which also heals me. Pam.
No, because I used it getting stuck on a fucking tree.
Stuck on a tree.
What a way to go.
Are you with Caleb? Are you okay?
Ow.
We're with Gloria.
I can't actually remember any.
Okay, fair enough. It is a tricky question for a person who's only watched 17 films in their life.
That's true. It's probably closer to 27, but other than that, yeah, I'm okay.
I don't think you get to be pedantic about how many films you've watched when the number is so...
Below 100?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hello, goodbye.
Saw Mad Max Fury Road or something.
Hey, the only one I've seen, and the one I care about the least.
Oh, really?
I did not care for that film.
Take one out, 3 more show up.
Did you watch any of the previous Mad Max?
No, as in, that's the only one I've watched, and I still don't care. Oh, okay, I just stuck my head in a cantaloupe.
Yeah, something that happened you know, I was looking for some trivia for that movie I first watched it. And the guy who plays the antagonist in that movie
Played Mad Max. No, did he play Mad Max or did he play a different villain years ago?
Yeah, he played the main villain of the first Mad Max. So what a strange occurrence, you know. I mean,
Ow.
obviously they did it on purpose and everything, but
Motherfucker!
I was still pleasantly surprised to hear that. I just felt kind of.
I hate how much damage these fucking enemies do, man.
We're fighting on the roof. This is getting bad.
Mad Max movies are really weird, even though there's only 4, and I've now seen all of them. And the only thing I haven't done is, well, I guess, all of the supplementary stuff.
There's oh my god, of course there's supplementary stuff. What am I called them?
There's comics,
Oh,
there's
right.
game, there's probably some novels, I don't know, it made a lot of money.
Yeet!
Wasn't it like the highest grossing... No, not the highest grossing, wait. Highest profit, I think. I think it was the highest profit for like 3 or 4 decades.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, part of that is because the first movie was made on a shoestring, so they didn't have much to take away from the earnings. It was pretty cool, that movie. I mean, definitely showing its age. Pretty cool, nonetheless.
Yes. Of the She-Hulk episodes, how many would you say? How would you rate each one so far? Okay, so let's do. So it's kind of origin. So let's just do like what the basic what happens in that episode is like. So first one is obviously origin. Like or dislike?
Looking for my mom.
I'm gonna say. Yeah, I like it. Good setup. Good setup. The only thing I thought was a bit weird was that like a couple of drops of blood was like all it took. But other than that, sure. Yeah.
I mean, a couple of drops of blood killed Stan Lee, so.
Wait,
Yeah, in The Incredible Hulk, some of Bruce Banner's blood got into a soda pop and it poisoned it with gamma shit. So it was just like a tiny. Bleh! Oh, I died again! Yay! I like the enemies in this game. They are so reasonably leveled.
Oh my god, the ragdoll! That's hilarious.
I feel like it's just Miles at the start of this game feels as weak as Peter does at the start of his game, and that really annoys me. Like I feel like you're gonna play the sequel to this game, well, the sequel to both games, and you're gonna feel like a god as Peter in it. It's just like someone really out of his depth as Miles, which sucks because Miles is great. And deserves to feel more powerful than, but maybe possibly just the enemies. I don't know. If these fuckers will fuck off, then, because I feel like Venom punching teenagers should do a lot more than they fall over and then they get back up. It's like a finishing fucking move in the comics because he always forgets he can do it. But I guess gamers aren't as dumb as Miles is when he's a kid.
So, well, maybe the reason is that, like, you know how you said that Peter's basically constantly holding back his punches and pulling his punches.
Yes.
Well, maybe the reason is that, maybe the reason these enemies are so hard to kill is because Miles is pulling his punches, but he's
Too much.
Yeah, he's pulling him too much. He's too worried about, you know, killing them that he dials it back a little too hard.
Yeah, quite possibly.
Anyway, a normal amount. Episode 1, the Origins.
I like it a normal amount. I like it a normal amount to like it. I don't like it any more than I should.
It's called a normal amount of rage. I've got a recap thingy over here to...
Oh, right. I thought you were just...
I like it a normal amount.
I thought you were trying to be so politically correct on the internet where you didn't piss off anyone.
I'm not that much a fence sitter. I stay out of all of the, you know.
You've got the fence firmly up your ass.
Discussions, but I stay out of all of the vitriolic discussions. But it's not like I.
Oh!
But,
to the subway with you.
Oh, one of the things that I found funny about that episode, which was kind of unintentionally funny,
yes,
was like how was Bruce continually insisting, "You're a superhero now, Jen."
Yankee!
Mm.
Yankee, where are you?
And I
You
was
guys
like,
make a break
well,
for us?
well,
Someone there.
I mean, she hasn't been outed to the media
Guys!
yet, so I think she
Guys!
could hide it and get away with
Listen,
it.
hey, we need to get out of here.
This is true.
I can only carry some of you.
Oh shit, she dropped the nuke.
Damn! What? Oh shit, she dropped the nuke! Yo, that 10-second delay is no joke.
You know, at least in the fucking first game, like, the main villain's getting
Get out of here, young blood.
fucking his mind destroyed by, tentacles. That sounds weird.
Things to do.
Weird.
And obsession and hatred and all of this shit. But he's also, like,
I'll be back.
he has a reason to be not thinking straight, and the fact that his personality is literally getting warped by his ego and his weakness and the literal untested technology.
Yeah.
Finn is just really fucking stubborn.
No!
Like, this entire plot could be wrapped up if Miles just was like, can we go for coffee and just have a reasonable conversation?
No!
And Finn's like, you fucking lied to me, you're Spider-Man, and he's like, you fucking lied to me, you're the Tinkerer, and you hurt my mum. I feel like I have more reason to be pissed at you than you do with me. And she's like, no, I really want a nuke, Roxxon. And Miles is like, yeah, but because of that time that I accidentally zapped one of these fuckers, its power is so much bigger now, it's gonna nuke all of Harlem, not just Roxxon. And she'd go, oh fuck, really?
Wait, really? Maybe I should do a check on this.
Maybe I should research the thing I've had in storage for fucking weeks at this point. Maybe I should test the power levels. Oh yeah, a weird yellow electricity keeps kind of bouncing off this thing. That's kind of weird. But no, obsession and vengeance is just like, it's too good. It's too attractive to Finn.
Yeah, vengeance. I tell you what, this should be.
I can't let you
The
stop.
episode 2 is like Blonsky Part 1, right?
Yes, yeah. Okay, you're gonna have to hold this stream for probably the rest of it because I fucking hate this boss fight.
See what the reactor's
Okay,
doing?
fair enough.
Ow! See, look at that, one hit, half my health. I'm gonna die so many times. I'm gonna be very miserable.
So
I've had
episode
Guinness as well, my reaction time's gonna be fucked.
Episode 2. That was the one. That
For
was
Bradley and other people who have never been properly drunk, alcohol super slows your reaction time. Everything appears to go much faster than reality when you've drunk a bit. I've only had one Guinness, so I won't. That's why you're not supposed to drive, because your reaction time's so slow and your perception of the world is everything moves so much faster. I've only had one, which isn't really an excuse for being shit, to be honest. But I'm gonna use it.
excuses.
I'm just gonna keep pressing the dodge button and eventually I'll get a perfect dodge and then I'll just completely mess her up. Or she'll do some bullshit with a shield and take half my health. Not half my health. Half of no health is still half of health. Right, look at that fuck! I swear if I had full health she'd... Ow. Are they seriously talking about the whole lying thing now when I can't concentrate on it?
Oh my god.
Can you stop having reasonable conversations when you're trying to kill each other, or when Finn's trying to kill me, and Miles is, as you said, pulling his punches to the highest. She is a fucking teenager. Just one shot her, my dude. Just Jessica Jones it.
Even with the armor, like that
Just
should not be
fucking.
that.
Please, just Jessica Jones it. Just slap a
I
fucker.
really wish we could get some more Jessica Jones. If Daredevil's coming back, if Jessica Jones is coming back, please. You know, like, I would.
Did
Jessica Jones, man.
did I tell you that she was supposed to come back in Daredevil?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Echo.
Oh, Echo. Well, one of them.
But because of scheduling conflicts, she can't do it anymore, so they're bringing Frank back instead. So Frank... Bradley was so disappointed, and then suddenly, oh, hello, shiny!
I mean, I thought that was just ending with, so they're not gonna do it anymore.
Oh no, they need to get the cameos in. I mean, how else are they gonna get people to watch these fucking shows?
Yeah.
Do you ever just remember when these shows were like... I feel like one of the kind of annoying things about She-Hulk, though, is that it works on its own, and she doesn't have to have cameos every week. But they know that enough people aren't going to watch it if they don't put a shit ton of cameos in, that they build up to them for so many episodes, that it really damages what, like, her, kind of just letting her do her own thing. Like,
I admit that bothers me as well. No, it's
like most people's biggest complaint was, we were expecting Daredevil in the wedding episode, and I'm like, this was fun. I kind of wish they hadn't told me Daredevil was coming just before it, because, then it just felt like a stopgap. If it had just been the wedding episode straight after, I would have liked to see her in the suit that we weren't shown, but we were shown in the trailer, so we know what it looks like.
Oh, what? It was shown in the trailer? Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
It was like the first shot we ever saw of her as green person.
Oh,
It's a shot of her landing, and it's just basically her ass, and then she, gets up.
Was green person because you're, like, worried about getting copyright struck from Tanzania?
No, what, green person? She-Hulk is green!
Yeah, I just wondered why you went for green person as opposed to She-Hulk.
Because at that point it was like, hey, it's a green person! Hey, the title dropped, it's She-Hulk! She looks a bit thin.
Oh, this CGI looks terrible!
I don't no, the CGI looks great, it's just the fact that she does not, she's kind of... in that first trailer she looked a little bit like, this is a woman in green body paint. Something that I feel like
Still haven't seen her suit.
people don't appreciate Marvel CGI, but I feel like there's a really significant thing that everyone's ignoring. Because there's a part of your brain that is always going to tell you that's not real, when it's something that's obviously not real. But if you think about the fact that the white suits in Avengers Endgame was CGI, and New York behind Flash Thompson when Peter lands in the sewer grate in No Way Home was CGI, no one fucking raised an eyebrow or complained about that CGI when they saw it, because it looked fine, because you didn't know it was CGI. That's the thing. CGI is meant to fill in the gaps of what is and isn't possible. Because of COVID, it wasn't possible to do some of those scenes during No Way Home and whatever. And with Endgame, they hadn't designed the white suits yet, so they did it. So they CGI'd. No one knew and that was amazing detail that no one questioned. So it really confuses me why people say that Marvel has bad CGI, when there's a part of their brain that's telling them, oh, that's the ocean in a cup, that looks like shit CGI, or that's a floating head in Full Love and Thunder, that looks a bit shit. Like, Yeah, but there's a part of you that knows it's not real that's always going to be holding you back. Oh, we're at this point. We're at the Temple Run stage of the fight. My favourite. I feel like there's a part, there's bits of Temple Run that I remember where you get attacked by swords and shit.
Ah, right. Where were we? Something about the She-Hulk episode 2 and 3 or something?
Yes. What did you think of the Blonsky episodes?
Blonsky episodes, I really kind of liked. Like, it had what I would consider to be the best cameo in it.
Wong or Blonsky? Okay.
I'm actually not talking about Wong this time. I'm talking about the fact that they made a seemingly innocuous cameo in Shang-Chi a plot point.
Yes.
I thought that was...
Well, we saw his prison in Shang-Chi.
Did we?
Yeah. It's in the background. The cell is in the background.
Oh.
I mean, come on. Kevin Feige thinks ahead, dude. Ah, shit. If there's one thing people really can't accuse Feige of, it's not planning ahead. Wait! Ow.
But yeah, the Blonsky episodes are good.
Wouldn't it be really funny if she was still calling him his, like, stupid little nickname throughout this fight of Molasses? That would be, I don't know, I just think that'd be funny.
That would be funny. Blonsky, it's hilarious to see that. Is he joining...
The Thunderbolts, yes, I do believe he is.
You sent me that thing that one time.
Oh shit, Jesus!
Actually, let me just...
Are you dead now? Can you please die?
I'm done listening!
When did you start listening? I'm done listening, she says. Motherfucker who never listened in the first place.
You never started, quoth Spider-Man. Yeah, that's an appropriate response. Yeah, fun episode. It doesn't seem like he's in the team, the lineup or anything, but...
Oh, really? Oh, okay, then I'm talking about my arc and he's not in it then.
Yeah, well...
Oh! Apparently I got a free Venom thing to start the cutscene because I didn't have any charged up, so...
But, having said that, having said that, I would like to see him back, even though he seems like a bit... like a non-combat role at this point.
I think...
It doesn't seem like he's gonna fight.
You know he's in today's episode, right?
Oh, is he? Oh, right, okay.
All I know about today's episode is that there's literally there's a picture of him in, I think, the episode, like, little square, or the like, clip that was on YouTube or something. So you're telling me Miles completely destroyed all her technology so she can save herself, but didn't one-shot knock her out when they were actually fighting?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a stopgap between Peter Parker and Miles killing people with one hit, which he is capable of, and also, you know, knocking people out one shot.
I am kind of surprised to see Bucky in that lineup. That's the one that's surprised.
Well, I mean, someone's got to deal with all their bullshit, and he's still... I think it's all about kind of reparations to various countries and governments, mostly America, because, you know, America kind of has a thing for taking in criminals and giving them jobs, being productive to American interests. Oh, I hope this is close enough to the right suit to get the cool, like, suit destruction peeling thing.
Oh, I've seen some of it already. Like, you can see some of like the surgeons and stuff.
Oh no, but I mean in this coming up cutscene.
Oh,
his suit gets completely fucking shredded.
I see.
Imagine being on a speed run of this game and being like a good minute away from the end, like from the world record, and then you hit this bit right at the end, which is just the slowest fucking crawl, literally a crawl to the finish line. Now we... Wait a second, if Miles could absorb these things, and he knew Finn was going to target it, he could have done this at any point in the game.
Oh. Oh. No.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I like how it's showing me an R2L2 zip point in the top right corner of the game screen. That's not supposed to be there. Oh shit, I'm supposed to do this again. I thought I was there. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Maybe it had to be exposed, or energy actually had to be getting funneled through it. I don't know. Oh no, the suit's not getting destroyed in the same way that it is if it's the main suit.
Yes, the Blonsky episode's good, and the segue into the Wong episode.
I really like the Wong episode. The shitty magician is actually a really interesting concept because there is like no control. Like, what if there's just really shit, selfish magicians at Kunlun? Not Kunlun.
Kamatage.
Kamatage, thank you.
Yeah.
You can't take away their knowledge of stuff. Well,
Yeah.
not legally anyway. Not you know, not in a kind of moral way.
Yeah. Yo.
I can't. It's okay. I can't. Just let go.
God, Finn's turning into
Let go.
what's her name?
Jesus?
Second son,
Fetch?
Fetch, that's it, with the... Oh, never mind, you're right, Jesus. Yeah, the shitty magician guy. And what was that seemingly consistently inebriated young woman with the... who watched some show with Wong and stuff. That was I actually found that kind of amusing.
Yeah.
That whole gag. But yeah.
It was slightly... I liked it first time, it was slightly more grating on the second watch. Unfortunately.
And then 5 was the She-Hulk trademark episode.
Yes, I liked that, and I loved the way she got out of it, because I was like... The dating... and then she was like, oh yeah! Oh fuck, and I hadn't even thought about that, how... I was just like, oh no. I was really hoping some of those people wouldn't appear again, but of course. Of course. The music swells for the dramatic thing, and you can't even make fun of it because it's such fucking good music. It's such a good...
Falling, he's rising.
Okay, Angie ruined it.
Dave.
Did you see his face?
That other thing in the trademark episode, the bit with the
Spider-Man.
the bit with the which is like, did Doctor Strange trademark his superhero name? Did Thor? I was that in the trailer as well? I feel like that might have been in the trailer because I feel like I heard that somehow before it actually, came out, and I flipping loved it. I thought it was a great gag. And I think it is a good gag, but,
Come on, those are clearly deep fakes. They're deep fakes. You understand me? Do you have any idea who I am? I will own you.
Yeah, we know who you
I
are.
will own you.
I hope they bring Troy Baker back for a different role if they do more games in this universe, because
Aaron Davis, aka
the villain's not...
flipped on him and Roxxon. Davis
Oh,
will
that
spend
guy.
time-
Yeah, that's Troy Baker. And he can do he's a really good voice actor, so he could definitely do something else. It'd be nice. It'd be cool if he was like Daredevil or something,
Looking good, Haley.
as the lead of his own game. Just had to do a more Daredevil-y voice than I would. The confidence you have to dance down the street like that it's just unreachable to me.
Maybe what you need is a symbiote.
Miles doesn't have a symbiote. Do you think Miles is gonna get? Do you think they're gonna defy expectations with Spider-Man 2 and like Miles is gonna get a symbiote as well, or instead of Peter?
That's an interesting question. However, I would not put too much money on a bet with that. That's for sure. I feel like they're much more likely to just go traditional, go with what everyone knows, kind of thing.
Yeah, you do.
And potential, because I mean, even saying that, saying like it's the safe route.
Does this job ever get easier?
It does result in some potentially interesting stuff, like
Never get easier, though.
Peter getting more aggressive, and maybe
all enemies go down in 2 hits.
Well, potentially like it affecting his relationship with Miles and
part of our job is
stuff,
making sure they can't get away with it.
he's like one of the only other people who knows about everything.
What if? Ooh, we don't actually know who's in the Venom suit, do we?
Go time?
Because, I mean, the theory is that it's going to be Harry, but then Harry is going to be given to Peter, and then Peter, is obviously going to get rid of it, and everyone's going to go, oh, it's Eddie. What if it's not Eddie? What if it's like MJ or some shit? That'd be so cool.
That certainly would be cool.
Like, what if Peter's having to stop Venom, but it's MJ inside of it?
Yeah.
And it starts off a lot more kind of like slim fitting, like Peter's like it's basically just a spider costume, but as like it becomes like, the Venom symbiote grows in rage and stuff at whatever reason Peter has for abandoning it, it grows more monstrous while MJ's still trapped inside. That'd be really interesting.
That sounds terrifying.
But I mean, because I really hope that they don't just do Peter becomes a dick and like he breaks up with MJ again, because you learn from
alright, but it's a bit tired kind of thing.
Yeah, well, it's just a bit of it's a bit of an obvious thing that and I hope that they don't just I hope that Peter and MJ just stay together for the rest of these games, because we need that, honestly. But what's nice is that in this game, if you just continue playing for it, like just swinging around and doing stuff after the main story, you'll have a load of phone calls with Peter. And one of the things he says is he's doing up Aunt May's home in Queens to live in it with MJ. He's getting rid of like all the 60s really decrepit and nasty like bathroom panels and shit, because they just have to be replaced or whatever. And so, but he's moving into Aunt May's house with MJ. I don't know if he actually specifies with MJ, but I think it's implied pretty heavily.
At the very least, they should.
They should definitely give us Queens in the next game, because especially if that's where the house is.
Spider-Man 1, it started. They kind of had to repair their relationship, didn't they, or something? When hadn't they broken up but were getting back together, kind of thing?
Yeah, they kind of got back together over the course of the game, very like subtly and slowly, and then like the final shot of the first game is a kiss between the two, and then the DLC, like basically just kind of they're talking like a couple, and like I love the phone call where he says, I wish we could just talk about each other's day and stuff, and then the next time MJ calls her, she goes, hey honey, how was your day? And he just says, oh well, I just dodged a rocket, stuff like but they just talk about it in like perfectly mundane tone, which is just kind of really nice, like writing and performances.
Yeah.
Spider-Man created by Stan Lee and Steve Kick. Oh,
Yeah, it's it would be a bit it would be a bit cheap to just.
bloody hell! I didn't know this was in it. Oh, did they add this for the PS5 version?
Wakanda Forever.
They added a Chadwick Boseman thing. I don't think that was in the PS4 version. No, it must have been because they came out at the same time. Maybe they just added it in a update.
I imagine they did then.
When did he?
Oh, post-credit scene.
Residents of Harlem are still
Oh my
feeling the
goodness.
effects of the recent citywide uprising of the group known as the Underground. While the Roxxon Corporation deals with a rash of lawsuits, newly elected City Councilwoman Rio Morales
Someone in a test tube.
Do. It's Kurt Connors.
Vitals are good, circulatory system healthy, brain activity normal.
He's been in there long enough.
Mr. Osborne, I understand he's your son, but his disease could...
Kurt Connors.
Well, we may be underestimating...
Ah, yes.
I said,
God, that.
get him out! Now!
So what's going to happen first? Are we going to get Venom, or are we going to get I'm going to skip this so that in our moments of lulled conversation we don't get copyright striked.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, not that I'm monetizing this, but it would be nice to not have, music.
Copyright stricken.
Yeah.
Now your soul will be devoured
By the YouTube algorithm, which still allows whole movies and trailers to be posted by several different people, but you better not have a bit of a music that isn't talked over.
Shall be destroyed for your crimes against corporations.
You have finished the main story in New Game Plus. Cool.
Great job, hero.
This was New Game Plus?
I guess you were in New Game Plus.
Wait. Fuck, I was in New. Oh, because I transferred my save file, so I was just able to have New Game Plus off of New Game Plus to keep. So eventually I'll be able to play this game and hopefully just, 4-hit combo kill people like Peter can. My version of Peter can on the PS4. Can't on the PS5, because I just decided to start totally again and feel the pain of 2 full combos to kill a single random thug.
Single random thug who happens to be a teenager.
No, not in Peter Parker. Peter Parker, the Peter Parker game only. Peter Parker.
Peter Parker, pickle peppers.
I feel like it's so much easier to say Miles' full name than it is to say Peter Parker. Miles Molasses. Molasses. Oh shit. Hello. Did we have anything else we wanted to say to the great people of New York?
Yeah, what we thought. Oh. I guess, rating them. So, rating them wise, I get. It's kind of hard to rate them though, because, they're so different.
Yes.
But I guess if I had to rate them, I'd probably put. I'm gonna say. Magician episodes would be probably at the top, I guess, and then the wedding episode shortly after that.
What? Second?
Yeah, I really like the wedding episode actually.
Fair enough. I feel like the wedding episode is going to be so much better to me on a rewatch because I feel like certain episodes I've watched it once on my own and then again with other people, and like the ones that I enjoyed most when I was on my own, I still enjoyed it, but it was a bit more like, this isn't as good as I remember it, kind of thing, or that kind of expectation, or that kind of remembering how fun or silly certain things were, just feel a little bit, maybe some things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought was the best part of episode 5 was was trying to get a suit for Jen.
Yes.
And the suit guy. I mean,
what is he in? Because I've seen him in a couple other things, and he's.
I don't know if you've seen The Incredibles, but I was getting mad Edna Mode vibes.
Oh yeah.
He's just down as
I feel sorry for the guy who makes Daredevil's suits though.
Oh yeah.
But he's either in prison or he's escaped with his girlfriend.
Yes, that would be. I'm not sure where, but I seem to remember something about him getting killed, and if that isn't canon, I will be very glad that that's not canon.
No, he didn't get killed. He just got arrested.
That's good. That's good.
Gotta shut down more transmitters to get through that hack.
It just didn't seem right. He wasn't a bad guy.
He just did bad things occasionally when threatened. So.
Yeah, when threatened.
No more hacks.
When threatened.
It's a good thing he has a good lawyer then, isn't it?
Oh yeah, he is a very good lawyer.
Yeah.
You saved my life.
Apparently that brick was actually originally a snow globe.
Huh? Why?
Because there's that shot. Well, he kind of looks like a fish. Mysterio looks like a fishbowl. So, like, it was supposed to be Mysterio's like supporters.
Right.
But there's also that shot in Far From Home, isn't it, where where Peter's trapped in the fish globe.
How do I get in?
Yeah.
In Mysterio's head thing, and then it turned into a snow globe. Okay, so we need to get.
That scene where he with all those illusions.
Yeah, that is the best scene.
The best scene is so good. That it was it.
They did that in Spectacular a bit, didn't they?
They perhaps have.
Almost there.
Maybe they will, and I haven't seen it. Oh yeah, he has been. Mysterio's been in Spectacular Spider-Man, hasn't he? He was,
That did it.
Mysterio's been mysterious.
Yeah, as always. I'm drawing a complete blank on what we were actually mentioning before.
We were talking about She-Hulk rating episodes. A very good lawyer. Yes. We're talking about Daredevil somehow. Of course, it's She-Hulk. We managed to start talking about Daredevil. We are not the problem.
They should team up though, because they're both lawyers and they're both superheroes. But yeah, I think the weirdest thing about the show is about She-Hulk is that there keeps being cameos.
Yes. I do. What I was talking about earlier, where I was kind of saying like, I wish it would be a bit more episodic. I don't mean I don't want the the arcs and the series stuff. I just kind of, because as you know, my problem with the Marvel shows has been it's better to watch them all in one go.
Yeah.
than week to week. I've always enjoyed them more when I can do that. And She-Hulk, I thought, oh, thank fuck, it's going to be a lawyer show, a different case a week, and I can just kind of actually enjoy it week to week, like, you know, a show should be. And then somehow I still feel like this would be better if I could watch it all together. And that's not really what I want. I really wish corporations would stop being scared of people cancelling their subscription. Because that's the only reason they do it. Like, if they dropped it all in one day, they're scared that people would get the, you know, free trial or whatever for a week and then, or, you know, buy it for just, and binge, yeah, and then they'd stop it. But if you have, you know, She-Hulk coming out for a month and then the month out, you know, as soon as She-Hulk ends, the next Star Wars show starts and whatever.
Yeah. Gotta keep it on the, gotta keep it
Gotta
on...
keep people constantly watching your shit. Otherwise, what's the point? But I just wish, you know, it's like Netflix really did kind of... I mean, even Netflix stopped doing it for, you know, for some things.
Yeah. But, to conclude, yes.
Yes, we do have thoughts about stuff. Okay, so let's just keep it simple. So you liked... so you put the wedding at 2. You put the wedding at 2.
Put the wedding at 2, yeah.
What's
at
3?
3. Let's see what I've got left to put. So that one, and I said that one. I think I'd put... yeah, I think I'd put the She-Hulk, wait.
The branding one.
Yeah, the She-Hulk branding one after that. And then I would say episode 3, episode 2, episode 1, I guess. No, actually, episode 3, episode 1, episode 2. I think. It's hard. It's really hard because it feels like really hair splitting. You know, it's like splitting hairs. Cause, like
it's really hair splitting. It's really splitting hairs.
Yeah.
Yes, that is definitely what those 2 words mean, Bradley.
Well, I wasn't sure if it sounded right to say it's hair splitting.
What the? Oh no, you can't possibly get an instant takedown on a guy who had no idea you were coming from that direction. That's totally not how that works.
Exactly.
And Kamehameha!
Let's go.
Anyone else still alive? No. Oh, hello. Yep. The fucking hell! I dodged a rocket. The general explosion took me down to 1 health. Literally 1. 1 health.
It's very close though so far because there hasn't actually been an episode that I haven't enjoyed, and yeah, that makes it really difficult to like rank them because it feels when I get to the lower ones it feels like I'm saying that I didn't like them.
Yeah.
I did.
Well, you can have a middle ground where it's just like, you know, you either like it or it's just a middle. You don't have to have dislike. This isn't a democracy where you have to have... I don't know where that sentence was going. I don't care for bullshit.
Andor's out now, isn't it? Gotta watch that.
Oh, I gotta avoid that like the plague.
Oh, not a fan of Star Wars, or not a fan of...
It's just like... And every time I think, oh, you know, maybe I'm wrong, I'm reminded, no, that's just not my thing. Oh, a fast one, I've never done that before. That was weird. Wonder if the animation got stuck on that railing. Okay, we're done.
Okay. Have to keep the reactor from hurting anyone else. Shut it down for good.
After you drain it, everything in here will...
My goodness.
I think we'll leave it after this.
Yeah.
Bradley is starting to feel his age.
Oh, yes. I need to go to sleep at 7 o'clock, or I'll... I'm gonna stop.
Or I'll miss my bingo.
Oh, the flamingo.
I love it when the game controls the camera, so you just look so drunk. The game looks how I feel.
That bit where you suck the chargy thing out of the...
Oh yeah, and there's a thing that it makes you like a video, but it's like you really want to play this, and then the camera makes you look at it, and it's like, no, I'm good.
I didn't land in the middle of that.
Like something useful.
You know, I figured you'd have enemies as
No, I'm good.
I didn't think Roxxon would be one of them.
Yeah, they're way more corrupt than I thought.
Yes.
Between you and your uncle.
Also, by the way, there's these chests that you have to collect to, 100% the game. But if you miss them, because, they're in those places, if you miss them, so I've got a little green tick on this one, because I got it. If you miss it, you can't just do the thing. You can't just go back in and get the chest and be done. No, you have to go and do the fight again.
Oh, right, okay. For a second there, I thought you were saying you're SOL if you haven't got it the first time.
What does SOL mean?
Hey,
Get out
Miles.
of luck.
I'm catching up on, yikes, kind of a backlog after being away for a few weeks.
No rest for the Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Nope.
So,
Speaking of which, I'm
so
not going to be swinging behind
Frank
you,
is going to
constantly
show up in
looking over your
Echo?
shoulder now that I'm back.
Just checking my watch. Is it 7 o'clock? And Bradley's just heard me say that.
Freelancing with the Bugle is great, but
no, I'm just questioning.
Have you thought about
I guess all of the I guess.
Well, I feel like it's gonna be Matt's kind of like subplot in Echo, as he's gonna be looking for Frank, and then I think in the last episode he's finally gonna find him. I think he will literally be he'll be the Stanley cameo. Frank Castle will be the new Stanley cameo. He'll just come in right at the end and shoot the bad guy for Echo. She's been fighting him for an entire series and finally defeated them, but like, no, I'm not all about all that vengeance and killing anymore. And Frank is like, I am!
Yeah, I'm a little...
worried about how they take on every Netflix character? Yeah,
I just, like, those were so dark, and this is more catering to all
well, they were
ages.
just more human and less kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't think they were necessarily dark, they were just, human threats felt a lot more worrying,
I'm just saying.
It was like this...
scenes have we seen in mainline MCU?
I feel like more than you remember, Bucky getting his mind brainwashed was fairly horrible, and there's some fairly gnarly stuff, it's just overplayed by other stuff going on immediately afterwards,
Yeah.
But,
of course.
I'm more worried about kind of, just because they were so well... Miles, you don't have to dodge a thing that's nowhere near you, mate. I know your spider sense is telling you that's dangerous, but trust me, if it's not in line with you, you're good. Oh wait, people are about to attack me.
Always trust spider sense.
Bum, bum, bum. You know the voice actor is in The Last of Us?
Which one?
Miles.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's really weird because Miles looks so much like the actor, but he looks nothing like him in The Last of Us. While there's other games where while there's other characters that especially in Part 2 where they look a lot more like the actors.
Yes, I always find it a bit weird, looking up voice actors, and then, because you hear the voice, and you've got kind of an idea in your head of what this person looks like. And then you think, wait a minute, that voice comes out of that face? Especially when, like, the voice fits the character so well.
Yeah, and then you feel like their own face doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes that is because they're literally doing a different voice.
True enough,
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Miles feels very slow in doing some of the moves that Peter does so quickly, like the circle triangle thing. He doesn't go into that as quickly.
He's
And he picks people up really slowly as well, like whoop and up, slow. Peter just like fucking whips them into the air like nobody's business.
Yeah.
Like what?
Hasn't he been Spider-Man for like
8 years?
8
Okay,
years by the start
yeah,
of the
to be fair, that is, yes, but just from a gameplay point of view, it's really, it's like, it makes me feel so shit.
It is an interesting choice to essentially make you play as a weaker character.
Yeah.
Like, that's depowering.
Yes.
Oh, well, I mean, it's a standalone DLC thing, though, isn't it? So
Well,
it's like
no.
the same thing.
Well, I think it was always intentioned as its own game, rather than a DLC. It wasn't a lost legacy to Uncharted 4. I think maybe it got a lot more attention because of it being one of the first PS5 games.
Hey y'all, it has been a good week for Harlem.
Oh, the PC version's coming out in December, so we're gonna get a load of Miles suits. I wonder how many people are just gonna code in Peter Parker. They'll be like, yeah, I have that whole other game, but you know what I want to play as? Peter again.
Well, the modding community is known for modding.
Did I send you that video where someone had modded in Gwen from,
Kermit or something. That was brilliant.
Kermit's hilarious.
We'll be left in the...
The voice, yeah, someone doing proper... Someone doing a proper Kermit voice is great, yeah. Oh.
It was funny to watch, and then I clicked on it and that appeared, and it was funny, just like I don't know how these people think of these things, you know, like who plays Spider-Man and thinks, you know what would make this better, you know what would be funny as hell, if I was playing as Kermit.
I'm fairly sure I dodged that, right? I got the line saying, you dodge this, and then it's like, nah, motherfucker.
Yeah, you dodged it. Oh, wait, let me rewind that. Yeah, that was actual, that was a BS. You dodged it, and then it said,
psych!
Actually, I don't want you to have dodged that one. Change my mind.
Oh, these sword motherfuckers. When have ninjas or sword people ever been fun to play against in a video game? Tell me one time.
Play against.
Play against. Not, like, only counts if you're not using a sword as well. So if you're a guy with like guns or just a regular guy, and then you come up against some fucking ninjas or some sword people. Ninjas are bullshit in Batman, they're bullshit in Just Cause, and they're bullshit and sword people are bullshit in this game. I'm gonna yeet this guy off a fucking bridge.
Is it doing the thing that Peter does, where that happens with Peter, when he shoves someone off a building and then they just like get webs?
Oh no, Miles hasn't learnt that yet. He's just killing them.
Wait, what?
Transmitter's down. Need to look for more.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Or are you about to go down the wall and show me like 3 dudes tied to the side of the building?
flattened to the tarmac.
Oh my god, Miles.
Time to die!
Gotta shut down more transmitters to get through that hack.
That is a deadly combo.
Yeah, it is very useful for when you're getting the same random crime over and over and over again.
So much crime goes on. I'm always amazed by how much crime goes on in all of these cities with superheroes in them.
Well, I mean, what would they be doing otherwise?
Well, I mean,
lawyering.
I if I wanted to do some criminaling, I would, and I was in a city that had a superhero in it, I'd flipping leave and go to some other city that didn't have a superhero in it. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's why the West Coast Avengers happens, is because there's just not enough heroes to combat the amount of crime and villainy in that side of America. I do like the fact that in Metropolis people are just like, nah, fuck it, you know. Like, there are rules where you just can't say Kryptonite, Superman, any of that shit.
Get out of here before backup arrives. Not gonna stop.
There was one person left behind on this roof I hadn't dealt with, and they just stayed quiet. Oh wait, okay, I think to finish the stream, let us do the classic Miles move. Let's just see if I can remember how to do it. Now I gotta get this right.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Whoop. And... No, fuck, I fucked it. He's got to be in a certain pose first, and then I gotta remember how you activate it. Because it's not...
It's this thing, isn't it? It's the...
I do like the fact that he swings backwards sometimes. That's just like so...
Yeah,
it's good.
A lot more flair to his swinging than...
Oh, it's just a bigger and wider animation. I wonder how much they'll overhaul into Peter, because I don't think he'll do the same style of stuff, but he'll definitely have a bigger variety of, you know, animations for his swinging. I do also like that you can change in the remaster that they made it so rather than the takedown button in the first game on PS4, you press triangle and circle, which is the takedown button to do tricks as Peter. And then after Miles, when they did the remaster of Peter, they made it so you can either have it as the old way with the tricks, or you can have it as square, like Miles is. So with Miles, it's just square plus direction, and you do all these things.
Are you trying to do the one where he's like lying down, kind of?
Yes, it's... Ah, for fuck's sake. I need to get up high. I think it only activates if you're at a certain height, actually. Because otherwise he'll start. So I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna go to that building. I'm gonna ignore that random crime. You guys can deal with that yourself, right? Okay, you'll now have to count how long it takes me to get to the top of this building.
Yeah, it's already started.
If he hadn't donned a ridiculous suit
Jump.
and started
Jump. Whee! Okay.
acts of violence.
Zero.
More like zero.
Because I really...
Jared, open up the lines. I want to hear from those who agree with me.
No, fuck. It's really easy. It's just I forget how to do it.
What do you mean they're wrong?
Oh, what? Oh.
Yeah, he does the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. You've got to do... No, okay. So I think
Is it
it's...
off of a sprint or something?
No, he's going into the right thing. I just got to remember what you're supposed to do, because you're supposed to... I think you're supposed to... Oh, no. Miles, you're supposed to actually jump off the roof, not just fall off it. Okay.
Oh, there's something.
Ah. Christ, it took me so long to learn how to do this, and it's really easy. I'm just really overcomplicating it. I did it earlier in this series, man.
Is it a specific button combination, or is it
it's stupid though, because people really overcomplicated it on their tutorial things, and I realized that it's just you just do this. It's just really easy. But
just press square and you press R2. Nice and simple.
It's even simpler than that. It might even just be like... That's the thing, I'm trying to do it now, and... Feel free to just leave, Brad. I'll just keep talking to myself and while I work out how to do it, and then you'll come back to the stream next week.
You still haven't found out how to do it.
No. Fuck me. Okay, hang on. Traversal.
Oh, right, okay. This is saying, and by this I mean this. This is saying that you press L3 to dive and then press square. Oh, there's a whole thing there. Backside stalefish, dragon roll, curly fry, roly poly, backside wacky, windmill, bullet dive, free fall dive.
Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't think it was on the thing. Oh shit! Damn, he was in the backwards thing.
Friendly neighborhoods picked up an unfriendly weapons deal happening nearby.
I feel like it's almost like you don't even press the trick button. You know, it might be something really simple like that.
L3 to dive and then tap square. That's what some rando on GameFAQs said. It would be wrong.
There it is! Yes, it was that! It was that simple! It's a backwards dive, that's what you gotta do.
Hey!
Because you can do a couple different things. That's the thing, all you had to do was read that. Like, because I tried to watch a video where it's like, oh, you've got to get up high, and you've got to do this, and then you got to do this, and it's like,
now you spin around, stop, double hit 3 times.
And the moment that I stopped listening to that idiot, I just did it, and I was like, you can go on your phone, ow, ow, ow. And I love that there's actually, I mean, there's no full damage, but I like that he actually fucks up like that.
Yo, someone saw a weapons deal going down nearby.
Oh!
Without my sister finding
Wow.
out.
I suppose that is what would happen if you landed on your back.
Yes, it would be extremely painful. Okay, that'll do. Goodbye. How do I stop this?
I don't know. Guess that's it. We're trapped in